Welcome to r/slash idontworkherelady, where we share stories about normal people who are actual customers that are mistaken for employees at that establishment. This is TNA, top-notch audio. Get ready for some laughs. And at the end of these stories, we definitely appreciate your likes, comments, and definitely subscribe for sure. And this story is posted by u/Vivian_Kiki. We're from Hawaii. About 10 years ago, my family and I went on vacation to the happiest place on earth, Disneyland. I was a freshman, about 14 at the time, weighing about 115 pounds, hip-length hair, mostly tied up in a ponytail, and sporting some sort of black attire with shoes. I should explain that being from Hawaii, most of us are a melting pot of ethnic backgrounds. I myself have about 7, including a Hispanic background that would soon be my downfall. I did not speak any other language aside from English and had only taken a few courses on the Spanish language as an elective for high school. We were a rather large group, being 15 in size, and I was the eldest child of the group. One morning, we were downstairs eating a continental breakfast that the hotel provided, and everything was going great. As we finished up our breakfast, it was my job to help clean up the table since the parents were getting the younger children together for our big adventure. I made a few stacks of plates and started to shuffle off to the trash cans. Along the way, a child no older than maybe 4 comes up with his tray and says, "Excuse me, can you take for me? I too small." I smile and pat him on the head as he places his tray on my pile. A few others try to gather my attention, and I politely ignore them because we are kind of in a hurry. The next shuttle to Disneyland was in about 15 minutes, and the one after that would be over an hour. I head back over to our table to gather the cups and a few lingering plates and start walking over the trash can yet again. Enter new character, housekeeping lady, HL. HL, speaking very fast in Spanish with a concerned look on her face. Me, "Sorry, I don't speak Spanish very well, so I don't know what you're saying," I sighed. HL, "What do you think you are doing? Why aren't you helping gather the other plates and clearing the tables? Do you think we just pay you to walk around with your head in the cloud?" Me, "I'm sorry. I'm a bit confused. I don't understand." HL grabs me by the arm with a purpose and whisks me off to a less crowded area of the lobby and laces into me. "I don't understand why you aren't helping these guests. I put my neck on the line for you, and this is the thanks I get? I told your mom you weren't ready to work in this industry. What the F was she thinking?" Me, "Wait, you know my mom?" I responded quite confused because we are, like the title says, from Hawaii, which is over 2,500 miles away from the resort. Mind you, I am in a black tank top, black shorts, black Converse with my jacket tied around my waist and hair up in a ponytail. Their uniform is a blue button-down, black slacks, black shoes, and hair in a ponytail, or at least up in a bun. I don't resemble anything close to what an employee would look like. I look much older than I was at the time, and I can understand the confusion, but, hello. HL, "Oh, now you're going to pretend you don't know me? How effing ungrateful. How dare you, you lazy butch. This is the thanks I get for getting you a mother effing job," then proceeds to, what I assume is, curse me out in Spanish. Enter new character, awesome grandma, AG. AG, "What are you doing here? We're ready to go. We're leaving now. Everyone is on the shuttle." She proceeds to grab my arm to take me away from this crazy bat. But alas, HL was not done yet and decided to kick things up a notch. HL, grabbing my jacket from my waist to stop me from walking away, looks at AG and says, "I'm sorry, ma'am. She is not going anywhere. We are having to retrain her, and she will not be able to assist you onto your shuttle. If you want, I can call over someone from the front desk to assist you." AG is obviously confused, and rightfully so, since she did not hear all the things this lady has said to me up until this point. AG, "Excuse me? I don't think you understand. She is..." HL cuts her off and says, "She is going to be retrained and will not assist you." AG, "What exactly do you mean by this?" "I will finish what I'm saying before you rudely cut me off. This child is my granddaughter, and we are leaving now." HL, "Oh, you're her grandma? That's funny. I've been to friend's name's house and have seen pictures of her mother and her husband's mother, and you do not look like either of those women. I'm going to have to ask you to release my employee and leave immediately before I call security to have you removed. AG is completely about to lose it. Instead, she lets go of my arm and walks away. At this point, I'm just thinking, oh my effing God, why would she leave me here with this crazy butch? HL, now that the liar is gone, we have much to discuss. First, by retraining you, then by calling your mother. Me, look, you crazy butch, I don't work here. I'm not even from here. I'm from Hawaii. This tone obviously sets this lady off because I see whatever screw was holding everything together just burst, and as she was about to lace into me, yet again, in comes AG with the new face. Manager on duty. MOD. MOD. What seems to be the issue here? HL. Oh, it's nothing, sir. I'm just trying to retrain a new employee. You'll never guess what she said. She claims that not only has she been to Hawaii, but that she lives there. Do you know how crazy that is? She just started here and thinks she has enough money to live in Hawaii? The audacity. I've been working here for 10 years, and even I have never been to Hawaii because of how expensive it is. MOD. Excuse me, ma'am, are you all right? He said, looking at me. Me. No. This crazy bitch decided to pull me away from clearing off my family's table and causing us to miss our shuttle and called me many things. And to top it off, she decides for herself that I am lying about where I come from. MOD. HL. You're going to have to come with me. HL. Oh, I'm sorry. You must not recognize her out of uniform. This is, friend's name that also happens to be an employee, daughter. She's new here, so I don't think you've met. Calls me by friend's daughter's name. Me. No, my name is Vivian, not Benita Joe. I basically screamed. AG pulls out her wallet and hands the lady out Disneyland passes, which at this time had our names printed on them, along with her Hawaii state driver's license. MOD. HL, what the hell has gotten into you? You're basically kidnapping a guest, zipping them around, calling them profane names, and harassing them? I'm sorry, but as I've said before, you are going to have to come with me. MOD motions us to follow along to the front desk. He takes HL to the back and proceeds to hand her butt and shite attitude back at her. A few moments later, HL walks back out basically white as a ghost and presumably jobless, looks at us and doesn't say a single word and walks off to, I assume, gather her things. MOD is mortified and gathers himself before coming up to us and profusely apologizing for his employee's actions. MOD doesn't ask if he can do anything for us and instead tells the front desk to type up a paper and gave us free manager's reception, basically a 2-hour time period where they have snacks, pizzas, and drinks for about $5 an item for the duration of our stay. 7 days to go. He then motions over to the valet captain and asks him to shuttle us down the road so we can finally be reunited with our family at Disneyland. And this next story is posted by u/Dadamisa911. I can't believe this actually happened. Yesterday I went to a particularly large store chain that starts with a W. I needed some groceries and I had just gotten paid. I had just worked out and I went straight to the store because I didn't want to be there too long. I had a long day at work and with an hour-long workout under my belt now too, so I was tired. I was looking at some tablets in the electronics section. I'm in the market for one, but I'm not really sure what to buy. I was doing mostly just some research. I did happen to be standing next to a cart full of boxes, the ones that the employees towed around. It seemed to have been abandoned by the employee that was supposed to be working on, probably because they got busy. I was looking at the specs for some tablets when an old man comes up to me and says, I need the key to get one of the controllers. I know what he wants. He thinks that I can somehow get a key to open one of the locked glass displays and get some kind of gaming controller. I don't work here, sir, I responded. Old man, well, can't you give me someone that can get the key for me? Me, no. Old man, do you not work here? I had to stop myself from glancing down at my clothes. I didn't want to appear rude. To paint the picture for you, I'm a girl who's got super short hair, almost boy cut, and I was wearing baggy Star Wars sweatpants, a Voltron t-shirt, and my workout shoes. I didn't even remotely look like I worked there. Me, no, but the help desk is right over there. I point to the help desk with an employee behind the counter. They are preoccupied at the moment, but if the man waits, they'll help him. I went back to reviewing the specs, then continued to get my groceries. I never saw him again, thankfully. There was no person chasing me around the store demanding that I be fired or reprimanded. He probably thought that I worked there solely because I was standing next to a cart full of boxes. I don't think he realized what I was wearing until after our conversation. And this story is posted by u/OldieBlue55. I will speak to your manager. During Boxing Day, I went to one of the busiest shopping centers in Sydney to pick up on some of the sales with my mom. After 2 hours of shopping, we were in a classy men's clothing shop where it was absolutely packed. We picked out some clothes for me, my fam, and all, then lined up in the queue. That's when my mom noticed a sign saying, "Further 5% off when you become a VIP." My mom encouraged me to sign up, and to my luck, my phone was dead. And when I was using my mom's phone, I couldn't for the life of me figure out where the sign-up link was. I swear I'm a millennial. When it was our turn to check out, the counter girl asked if we were a VIP, and I explained to her that I can't figure out how to sign up. So she invited me to behind the counter where she loaded up the VIP sign-up. Once I was done, I look up to see my mom disappeared, and I was not going to pay for this stuff. I asked the cashier if I can be excused for a second to get my mom, and she said that she'll scan the items through and slip me a receipt paper to write my number so she can apply my discount. Before the next part, which is when a customer confuses me for an employee, I just want to emphasize that I wasn't wearing anything remotely similar to what the employees were wearing. The employees all were wearing black shirts, trousers, black shoes, and had name tags. I was wearing casual white t-shirt with the Ford Mustang on it, brown shorts, and blue shoes. But I do understand that could have been confusing because I was leaving the counter after being on the computer. Anyways, this is when a customer came up to me. Everyone on Reddit knows what the Karen looks like, so no real intro needed here. I hop out of the counter and Karen waddles over to me and gives an item of clothing, says, "I want a smaller size. Can you get one for me?" Again, I understood the confusion because I was behind the counter, so I smiled and casually responded, "I don't work here," and handed her the clothes back. I walked up to my mom, who wasn't too far, and told her that the items are ready and that she shouldn't have left the line. My mom begins to scurry back, and I turned around to see Karen at my face, very uncomfortably close. She asked me, "Have you found it yet?" Now, I was confused at this point, but assumed she just didn't hear me when I told her that I don't work there. So again, I told her I don't work there and began walking off again. "Excuse me," I heard her yell, and I couldn't be bothered to turn around and stop. So I told her I don't work there yet again while walking this time. Then this woman takes my shoulder and physically pulls me back. She threatened me by saying, "I will speak to your manager if you keep neglecting me." That made me crack up for so many reasons. I told her 3 times that I don't work there, and she's going to speak to a manager? Also, I just found it funny because I'm not in sales. I don't even work in this state. I'm a swimming pool instructor, and if she wants to speak to my actual manager, she'll have to go to a swimming pool in Canberra and talk to a gigantic man. Anyways, this time I sighed, puffed my chest, and wide-eyed with a slightly raised voice, enough to grab a bit of attention from other customers. I slowly said, "I do not work here." Her reaction was hilarious. She was like, "Oh," and looked like she shit her pants. The customers around us were giggling a little too, and an actual employee popped up smiling and said, "Was there a little confusion here?" He laughed it off, and so did Karen actually. Fun times. I went back to the counter where my mom bought some really classy shirts at a bargain price, and I told her what happened. The counter chick also began laughing. I even waved Karen goodbye on her way out. Like I said, the story was much more tame than most of these other r/I don't work here lady posts. I even got the biggest surprise that night. When I had some of my mates over, the counter girl actually texted me. Cheeky bug kept my number on the receipt paper. Fun times. This has been TNA Top Notch Audio. Please like, comment, share, subscribe for sure. And we look forward to more videos for you and your enjoyment in the future.